Give me a home out in the bush, please. Lots of more trees, a bong or two, me mate. Wild roost, some skunk out the back. Hydro in the shed, and the old smoking shed, and the old smoking shed.
G'day, welcome to the Terpene Table, where cannabis culture meets cultivated conversation. I'm your host, Wild Roo, grower, guide, and your mate in the garden. Each episode, we dig into the roots of the plant, from terpene talk to cultivar deep dives, to stories shaping the cannabis scene. So roll one, pack one, pour a cuppa, and let's hop in. Welcome back to the Terpene Table. I'm your host, Wild Roo, and this season we're digging deep into the grow. We've already covered soil, the classic, forgiving, flavour-packed medium. Then we jumped into hydro, the high-speed, high-risk world of water-based growing. Today, we're talking about the middle ground, a medium that takes the best of both worlds, cocoa. Cocoa is basically the modern grower's choice. It's not dirt and it's not straight hydro, but it gives you speed, control, and a lot more forgiveness than hydro alone. And if you've ever been in a grow shop lately, you'll know half the shelves are full of cocoa. So, let's break it down. This episode of the Terpene Table is brought to you by Growers Pal. Aussie legends when it comes to keeping your clones safe in transit. If you've ever tried to post a cutting, wrapped in wet paper towel and cling wrap, you'll know it's a gamble at best. Growers Pal clone shippers take the guesswork out of it. Purpose built with segmented compartments to keep your genetics snug, and even a little LED light to keep them happy on the road. Whether they're headed up the coast or across the country, you can trust your prize cuts will land fresh, not fried. They're mates of the Roo and they're mates of the Discord, so you know their growers looking out for you, not just trying to sell you something. Head over to growerspal.com.au. That's www.growerspal.com.au and sort yourself out with a proper kit for moving your genetics across the country. Because good clones deserve a fair dinkum safe ride.
At Blazing Trail, we're on a joyful adventure celebrating life, love, and nature's beauty. We cultivate vibrant outdoor connections, foster community collaborations, and source wholesome treasures like our Sprout seed starter for precise, energy-efficient germination, and FlexiGerm silicone seed pods for sustainable, airflow-enhanced sprouting. All with the care for our world. Join us in blazing a sustainable trail filled with laughter and magic. Visit blazingtrail.com.au.
While we're on the subject of good gear, I'm going to give a cheeky shout out to my own spot, the Wild Vault. It's packed with glass, gadgets, and grow gear. All the little treasures that make your sesh just that bit sweeter. So, if you're looking for something fresh to add to your kit, swing by thewildvault.xyz and have a sticky beak. It's basically a toy box for grown-up stoners. And hey, if it's genetics you're chasing, head over to our mates at wildrootcultivars.com and check out what they've got cooking. Anyways, I'm starting to sound like a used car salesman, so back to the show. Alright, let's keep it simple. What is cocoa? Cocoa comes from the coconut husk, the fibrous material between the hard shell and the inner fruit. And it's been used in horticulture for years, but in cannabis, it's blowing up as one of the top mediums. The thing about cocoa is, it's inert. This means it doesn't come packed with nutrients like soil does. You're feeding the plant everything it needs, like in hydro, but cocoa holds water and air in a way that's really root friendly. It's kind of like soil's lighter, fluffier cousin. Roots explode in cocoa because they've got oxygen, moisture, and space to breathe. So, why growing cocoa? Well, let's hit the pros. Faster growth than soil, Plants and cocoa grow almost as quick as hydro, if not just as quick. It's forgiving. Unlike hydro, cocoa has a bit of a buffer, so if you mess up your pH slightly or miss a feed, your plant isn't going to die overnight. It's reusable. You can wash it, rebuffer it, and just use it again. It's clean. There's no mud, no compost smell, and it's easy to handle. Now for the cons. Cocoa comes empty, so basically you've got to feed it from day one. If you just water cocoa with plain water, your plant will starve. CalMag deficiency is common. Cocoa grabs calcium and magnesium, so you'll need to supplement it. And frequent waterings. Cocoa dries out a lot quicker than soil, so it's going to need daily waters, if not multiple daily waters. Now, most growers don't run straight cocoa. They mix it with perlite. Perlite is that white popcorn looking rock that you see in potting mixes. It improves drainage and aeration, making cocoa even better for roots. A common ratio is 70% cocoa, 30% perlite. That mix holds moisture but drains quick, which means you can feed more often, and every time you feed, you're giving fresh nutrients and oxygen to those roots. Cocoa perlite is the standard for a reason. It's simple, it's reliable, and plants absolutely love it. Basic how to grow in cocoa. Here's the cocoa grower's starter guide. Step 1. Buffer your cocoa. Some brands come pre-buffered, but if not, you're going to want to rinse it and soak it in a CalMag solution, pH to around 5.8 to 6.2 before planting. This fills up the cation exchange sites, so it doesn't steal calcium and magnesium from your plant later on. Step 2. Pot choice. Fabric pots or air pots work best, mainly because cocoa likes plenty of airflow. Root systems in cocoa go wild when they've got oxygen. Step 3. Feeding. With cocoa, you're basically running hydro in a pot. This means feeding every watering. Start at a low EC, around 0.6 for seedlings, and scale it up as your plant grows. Always include CalMag. Step 4. Watering. Cocoa should never dry out like soil. Not completely anyway, it becomes hydrophobic. So keep it moist, not soggy. A lot of growers water once a day in veg, then 2 to 3 times a day in flower. But remember, each feed is also fresh oxygen exchange for the roots. Step 5. pH. Cocoa likes a sweet spot of about 5.8 to 6.2. That's where nutrient uptake is smooth, so keep a pH pen handy. Common mistakes in cocoa. Alright, let's save you all some rookie mistakes. Biggest one, not buffering. If your cocoa isn't pre-buffered and you don't treat it, you'll fight CalMag issues the whole grow. If you let it dry out, cocoa does not like going bone dry. It becomes hydrophobic and it's really hard to get the water back into it. It throws the nutrients off balance and it stresses the roots. Feeding it like it's soil. You can't just water cocoa and expect the nutrients to be there. Every feed has to carry food. Think hydro rules in a bag of fluff. And last but not least, salt buildup. Because you're feeding often, salt can build up in the medium. That's why runoff is always important. Water till you've got about 10% runoff. And then every couple of weeks you can give a flush just to try and push out any of that salt buildup. So, let's place cocoa on the spectrum. Soil is slow and forgiving, hydro is fast and risky, so Coco's right in the middle. You get the speed of hydro with some of the forgiveness of soil. It's a fantastic stepping stone if you're coming from soil and just want a bit more control, or if hydro sounds a bit intimidating, but you don't want to lose out on those bigger yields. And here's today's golden nugget. Treat Coco like hydro in a bag. Don't think of it as soil. Feed every watering, keep it moist, and watch your pH. If you do that, Coco will reward you with explosive growth and chunky harvests. And honestly, if someone asked me the best medium for a first-time serious indoor grower, I'd say Coco Perlite hands down every time. That's Coco in a nutshell. Next time, we're moving away from mediums and diving into lights. HPS, metal halide, LED, what's the best, what's old school, and how to match the right light for your grow space. So, thanks for joining me at the Terpene Table. If these grow guides are helping you, drop a review, share it with a mate, and as always, keep it green, keep it clean, and I'll see you at the table.
Give me a home out in the bush, please, with lots of more trees, a bomb or two, me, mate. Wild roots, some skunk out the back, hydro in the shed, and the old smoking chair. In the old smoking chair.